Here's Jim Parsons. So Jim, first can we talk about Broadway a little bit?
No, sure.
That experience, and I know we talked about that. You know, how was it? Dream come true?
Yeah, in some ways it was a dream come true. But in some weird way, like kind of a dream I didn't realize I had. I'd always done theater all my life. And so theater has always felt very kind of like home in a lot of ways. And as such, I always felt like I've done so many plays, and so I feel like, and this sounds stupid now, but I think in some ways I kind of looked at Broadway in a way of it's more theater, and I didn't think of it as Broadway. I guess in some ways I did. Anyway, once we were there, once I was walking to work every night, and you're walking down the street, and you see all these other Broadway shows that are up, that's when it starts, you know, it's a real, you kind of have to pinch yourself, and it's just like, I really couldn't believe I was there, and at that point, yeah, it became, I realized what a dream come true it was, and that in some ways for me that's one of the gold standards is to get to act on Broadway. You know, maybe part of myself thought it wouldn't happen. You know, I had lived in New York for several years, and I'd done an off-Broadway show, and I'd done some regional theater during that time, but then eventually thank God I got this job, and I was out in LA, and I think I'd kind of thought, maybe not. But I'm really happy it happened.
Okay, now after the experience going back to Big Bang Theory, are you looking at the role differently, or are there things that you're looking at differently because of that?
I don't know. I don't think I'm looking at anything differently. Certainly not the character. I may be a little bit kind of more refreshed in a way than I normally would be coming back for a new season, only in that this is the first time for a prolonged period I've gotten to play a different character between seasons. This is the first time since in the 4 years that I've done theater again in general, and that is its own beautifully creative beast, you know, nothing else like it. And so in that way I feel, I don't know, in some ways it made me feel younger to go back again. I felt younger again.
All right, thanks so much, Jim.